over the last few months about hair. I want to talk about it, okay, y'all? Um, this is real, okay? So if you have 4C hair texture or even any of the four hair groups, okay, 9 times out of 10 you had ancestors that was under financially attack, financial spell work put on them, okay. One thing I found out is when you got somebody trying to take your destiny and rob you of your money, they're also trying to rob you of hair growth. Like money and hair goes hand in hand, y'all. So what I found out is when you're mindful of your money, the creator rewards you with faster hair growth. Get down, Fleck. Hold on, y'all. Get down. Get down. Get down from there. The creator rewards you with faster hair growth, or your hair will stop shedding when you're mindful of your money. 4C hair is most of the time high porosity, but you just think it's low porosity. So what I found out about 4C hair is it does not like to have dry ends. Like you literally have to check the ends almost on a daily basis to make sure they're not crispy dry. If they're like real paper, real like wood dry, then guess what? Not only is your hair going to start breaking, but it's also going to affect your money flow or your throat chakra. Okay. Here is Empress energy. So you have to find out, if you're a woman, especially, you have to find out what kind of Empress you are. Every woman has an abundant Empress energy in them, or they may be an elite Empress. So you have to find out what energy in your Empress energy is under attack. Once you find out what chakra of your Empress energy is under attack, then you can start eating accordingly to protect that chakra, or to heal it, or to make it stronger so your hair will thrive. So if you are an older woman, then you probably still have older Empress energy in you. I can't tell if anybody's watching. If anybody's watching me, please say hello. I don't think the chat count is correct. So if you're an older woman and you have and you're struggling with hair growth, it's because your earth energy is under attack. Okay. So what is under attack is the green chakra, the brown chakras, and the white, and possibly the blue and the purple. Okay, those will be the ones that under attack. Most likely, it's your white, it's your purple and blue, or your green and what was the other one, y'all? The green, purple, blue, and green. Mostly those ones, and the brown one. Okay, if you're arguing a lot, your hair's going to fall out. That's the throat chakra. The throat chakra is also Empress energy. So if your throat chakra, if you're having like thyroid problems or problems with your throat, of course it's going to affect hair growth and hair health. So you might want to consider having a diet that would protect your thyroid. So you need to look up foods that encourage healthy thyroid. So first, start eating foods that improve the health of your thyroid. Start eating what you call brown spices. Okay, especially ginger, the brown ones. Some of y'all may not know, but if you go back 2-3 months on this channel and look at my 2 month video, you'll see that my hair was here. This is where my hair was. This is where my coil was. Okay, because I had got it cut. I had told y'all a few months ago I had the bangs that got cut up to here. So at least about this much growth I've had in a couple of months. That's actually quite a lot. Okay, it was not to my eyebrow. It was here. I even went to the salon and they cut it here. But the reason why my hair sped up is because I figured out what chakras I had that were under attack. So what I did is started adding foods into my diet that would heal those chakras. So one of the foods I started eating was sunflower seeds. So I eat sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds through my day now. Okay. Some seeds give you vitamin B, and vitamin B is really important for hair growth. Now, the brown spices like turmeric, you want to look at all brown foods primarily. Turmeric, ginger, um, maybe cinnamon for hair stimulation, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. You want to go with all that. Brown rice. You want to put a lot of that in your diet. Like you should be like dumping the ginger in your tea. Like every cup of tea, you should be like ginger. Okay. Um, shared y'all something else that I learned. Hydration. Now, for some people who's a certain type of empress, they need a more hydrated diet. So when I started drinking blueberry electrolyte water, I noticed my hair retaining moisture, and I noticed my hair shedding less. So for me, I have to have, even in my spiritual stuff, I have to have blood orange, jasmine, and sandalwood. See this candle? This candle here has all three things that I primarily need as an empress. Blood orange, jasmine. The blood orange is going to be like orange juice, and that will give me, I think it would give me a boost in like energy. It would act like iron in my body. Jasmine and sandalwood. Iron is actually connected to earth energy. Some people may not think it is, but iron acts like earth energy in your body. So one thing you want to make sure is that you're eating enough black pepper and the brown peppers. Okay, the peppers when they're real ripe, when they're ripe and they're kind of brown, you want to eat those peppers. The hottest peppers or black pepper. Most older empresses are low in iron, and iron will literally start, low iron will make your hair fall out. You'll think your hair's not growing, but what's happening is it's overshadowing. When you're combing it, it's overshadowing due to low iron. So what I started taking is an iron supplement. Now, and I noticed my hair stopped shedding, heavily shedding. Soon as I started taking this vitamin right here, this one right here, and the MSM. And what I found out is because the MSM has high magnesium in it. Okay? And it has like multiple green vegetables. Now it has dioxide in it. I know that when we breathe out, what we release is dioxide. So I'm guessing that it's giving you a healthy dose of dioxide. So the magnesium and the iron. Okay, I'm telling y'all no lie. Y'all might think this is ridiculous, but y'all, I'm telling y'all in like 30 days, y'all gonna be like, wait a minute. You're gonna find that you gotta moisturize your hair every 3 days because your hair is thriving so well. All you gotta do is get you a high amount of magnesium and iron, and you need to eat a variety of brown foods. Okay? If you're eating your fish, you want to brown it. You might want to find a spice that you could put in your fish that would like brown, you could brown your fish in, like turmeric or something of that nature. So I started flooding my body with brown foods. Sunflower seeds, turmeric, ginger. Okay? When people say their hair grow from apple cider vinegar, it's because of the mother. The mother in apple cider vinegar, if you ever look at it, it looks a little brown. It looks brownish. So when you're using apple cider vinegar to clarify your hair and to stimulate hair growth, it has to be the kind that has the mother in it. Or you can just take the apple cider vinegar vitamin like I do. Okay? Normally I'll take the apple cider vinegar vitamin when it's very close to my wash day. Now here's something that I found out, y'all. Our ancestors were not using shampoo like we're using shampoo. I know y'all think they were, But I don't think they had the time to just keep sealing here, keep sealing here. I really think that, like, every 2 weeks they might have went to the spring water and just gave herself a mineral detox, or used something like salt water to detox their hair, and they went about their way. They might have put a little bit of like sealing on their ends or resealed a little bit, but I don't think they were taking their hair down every month and redoing it. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people with 4C hair, like taking the hair all the way down and then redoing it, re-shampooing. I know some people don't agree with me with that, but I'm telling you no lie. Back in the 90s, when my hair, this is not even elongated. What I use in my hair right now doesn't even elongate your hair. So if I use the Design Essential elongated twisting cream, my hair would probably be an inch or two longer than it is. And this has been in for almost 2 weeks. So that's why it doesn't look as long. Like, it's like, it's there's new growth already. There's new growth. I had to retwist some of them because there was obvious new growth already. But back in the 90s, it was a every 2 weeks thing. It wasn't a weekly thing. All right, like with shampooing. I don't know how this started, like shampoo every day, shampoo every week for high porosity hair, but I'm telling y'all, only way you can shampoo your hair weekly is if you have a hydration shampoo. And it better be pretty much top of the line. It better be like Mazzani or Matrix. Those are the two companies that 4C here love. Mazzani. It has a high amp shampoo and high amp conditioner. Other than that, you better try to go all month without a shampoo. If you feel like your scalp is feeling yucky, what you want to do is spot clean your scalp. Okay? You can actually take a paper towel and take some salt water, okay, and just go like that and soak up some of the product that's on your scalp. But stripping the hair like that, like every week with 4C hair, I'm telling you no lie. It only reason why y'all see some 4C hair girl people thriving on YouTube with their hair with their hair twisted is because they're using high-end hydration shampoo and conditioner. Some of y'all may not realize that I get my hair normally cut 3 times a year. That's how fast my hair grows if I stick to the way I did things in the 90s. Okay? If I stick to the products I used in the 90s, my hair goes so fast that I'll be like, oh, let me get a little trim. So I'm gonna show y'all what I used in the 90s and what is saving my hair from premenopause shedding. Okay? So this right here is what I used in the 90s. And when I tell y'all this does grow your hair. This does work. It says it works. It do. Okay? So I started using this about 3 weeks ago, and I noticed my hair retaining moisture longer, and it just seems like my hair started thriving more when I started using this again. I got me some strawberry twisting gel, because the strawberry is an elite food for growing your hair. Strawberries is empress food. So I feel like if I'm gonna get any type of hair gel or anything that rubs on my scalp as well, it will be strawberry at least. This is aloe vera and castor oil. So I've been doing the high porosity ritual. Okay, what I've been doing is the water and the oil, and then the cream, which is my lotion, and then I use the gel last. I use gel to seal all the products in. Now, I noticed hair fall stopped. My hair fall started to slow down soon as I started using rosemary. So every couple days, I actually rub rosemary on my scalp. Now, what I've been doing with the Blue Magic Super Grow Grease, what I've been doing with this is I've been applying this only to the driest parts of my scalp and the slowest growing areas. The other areas that tend to keep moisture a lot, I don't put it on there. So this part of my hair grows slow. This part of my hair grows slow. This part of my hair grows slow. And this part right here grows slow. Okay. So I've been putting it only on that part, only here, and only here. I don't put it in my back because my back grows pretty fast. Okay. Now, I'm talking about when I put it on my scalp. When it's a real cold, icy day and I'm going to go outside, like I'm going to go out today, that's when I'll put a little bit on my ends. If I'm going outside, I will stack my ends. I call it stacking. I got the lotion in and a little bit of grease right on the end. Okay. This is if I plan to wear my hair down and it's really cold and icy, sleet in the air. This way, even if the sleet freezes and freezes my hair, at least it's freezing it with moisturizer in the hair, with moisture in the hair. Now, see this right here? See that? This is something you don't want. So, what I do is I take it out. I take it out. All right, take it all the way out, but I don't take it all the way down to the root. What I do is in check. I've been doing in check every couple days. And I notice ain't no hair falling. Like, you know, when you have hair fall, you'll be like, whew, I'm feeling random hair on my face. I haven't been feeling that since I've been monitoring the ends. See how like this end came unraveled, which means it was drying out. I learned that if it unravels, it needs to be resealed. So I just check it, see? Just check it. Okay. All right. I haven't really been wearing my hair out over the last few weeks, and I just noticed the hair feeling healthier. So see how this one was like unraveled. So see how I just redid it. This one feels a little bit like it's drying out. So I just redo the end. I'm not taking it down all the way down because I don't want to disturb the roots. The roots are thriving, so I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm not going to wake them up. Like, only ones I'll redo is the ones that seem like the growth sped up real fast growth. Like this one. See how this one is like already getting frizzy on the at the root? See, and it even feels dry right there. So I could take this one out. Like hair growth or with 4C hair needs assessment. You can't just be like, oh, I'm taking it out. It's this time. You have to check to see if your hair can take a takedown. Okay? So I'm checking to see which ones I can actually redo. See how dry that is? That one's pretty dry. Okay? So I'm going to put a little bit of my lotion really just right at the root. Really just right at the root of that. Okay? It's like the middle of my hair gobbles up the product. It grows fast. So this is why I gotta, seems like once a week I always have to redo the middle. I don't need to see the growth. What I learned about 4C hair is stop trying to see if your hair is growing. Like literally just focus on keeping it moisturized. Try to keep it from being bone dry. That's all you gotta worry about. And keep it in a protected style. I know people say protected style is not necessary. Yes, it is. Because when you wear your hair out in the cold weather, okay, your ends are exposed to that cold weather. When it's in a protected style, the ends aren't, fully accessed by the cold weather, by the bad weather. Now, if it was a really cold day where I couldn't have my windows open without freezing, then I would definitely twist the hair and tuck the ends back. I would hide the ends. Okay, I would hide the ends. I try to hide as many of the ends as possible, so that when it's cold, when the wind's blowing, the ends aren't freezing dry. Hey, so what I'm doing is just going through and checking. See how that feels a little dry, but the root don't. The root don't. So that's fine. I don't need to take it all the way out. I just need to make sure the end stays moisturized. I did not do my hair with exact parting. I did my hair according to how my hair grows. My hair doesn't grow like this. My hair grows like this, always have, because I have my dad's hairline. I've always, even my sisters, even my nephews, our hairline goes up, so I can't part my hair like this, all the way like this. I have to part it like that. And some parts of my hair is bulkier than the other parts. So some parts I can't part in the exact same measurements. So that's something I learned too. Like, your hair is supposed to be sort of like a form of art. Okay? If you're like doing trained partings in your hair, then that's probably why you got bald spaces. So the trained parting, like precision parting and all that, that could be causing hair shedding and balding. I know back in the 90s we started getting into the precision um, precision parting, and that's when our edges and our bald spots started forming. So I just put a little bit of oil on the end right there. I refuse to let my ends go dry. Self-care is a 24-hour job. Y'all know that, right? Self-care is a 24-hour job. There is no day off. And I've realized, like, the more you love yourself, the more your body will reward you with growth. This is why recently I started eating a traditional way of eating, like they do in the 1950s, like they did in the 1950s. Because I find that when I look at the women in the 1950s, they're not working hard to stay thin. They're not even working hard to grow their hair long, because they're traditional. They were traditional eating. But I think at one point they were eating much spicier foods than we're eating. And tea. They was drinking a lot of tea with spices and what you call, like, ginger in it and stuff. We don't drink nowhere near the amount of tea that they drank back in the day. And this is exactly why so many of us have hair that struggle, shedding a lot. See how I resealed just the end so the ends don't break? Now, this is something I found out. The hair does not need trimmed as much as everybody making it seem like. I'm sick of hearing this trim panic thing. Like, oh, you got some dead ends, run and get it trimmed. If your hair is twisted, your hair is not splitting up with your dead ends, okay? So just keep it twisted for almost a year and then get it trimmed. That way you got length. You got length. And so your trims won't be so shocking. You won't feel like you're losing a lot of hair because you got almost a year trim. This is what I realized. Trimming, it has a season. Trimming has a season. And trimming is normally done, believe it or not, right in alignment with the Empress energy, which would be October. Okay? So the final trimming for your harvest would be October and November, some in mid-November. Okay, which means you would be getting rid of anything that's not working for you. That includes dead ends in your hair. After that, you shouldn't be trimming your hair again unless it's really really split. It should be like almost a whole year, at least 9 months before you trim your hair again. When I don't know what happened, but as soon as I made that decision, it was like my hair thanked me. Like my hair was like, okay, that's what I wanted you to do. See, your hair can remember um your cycles. It knows when you're going to trim it again. You trained it to know. So it may stop growing all because it expects you to trim it. See what I'm saying? Okay, y'all. I should have used my clip. I let that piece fall. Now I can't find it. Okay. We're gonna find it in a minute. Cause I'm gonna go through them all. Okay. Checking. You know, like when you check your garden, your plants to see if they're thriving, that's exactly how you have to do your hair. You have to check those ends. Like monitoring, like every week, just check to see if the ends feel moisture. Now I know people say, but people with locks, their hair don't break when it's dry. People with locks are actually washing their hair, hydrating their hair. They're washing it with water, rinsing it with water, so that their natural sebum in the water is moisturizing their hair, also maturing their locks. So technically, their hair is still getting a lot of moisture. It's just not they're just not being retwisted, fully retwisted. So they're allowed to age. The twist is allowed to age. Okay, so I'm just checking, y'all. I feel like I don't want to check that side no more. I'm trying to find out one that I took out. Okay. Okay, I found one. This feel dry. This one feel dry. See? Look how that look. See how that feel? If y'all can tell, see? It's dry. So so it's probably dry at the root too. So let me just put some moisturizer. Now what I also found out is just because your hair itch don't mean it's time for wash day. Like it just might need a a rinse. That's it. Or it needs some sulfur grease or some tea tree in the hair or some witch hazel. But it doesn't mean you got to go wash your hair. I noticed that the black community is becoming obsessed with shampoos. Like, oh, my hair's itchy. Let's go shampoo. Like, nah. Okay, I used to go 4 months without a shampoo and my hair was growing like grass. So it's not really, I think we're overrating shampoo. I'm really not interested in all that resealing all the time. Like resealing the entire hair. What I'm doing is giving my hair love. That's what I'm doing when I do like this. Like when you rub your loved one or you rub your child, you know, when you're in high vibration or good spirits, that's a good time to just run your hands through your hair. Negative energy slows hair growth. Stop speaking negative about your hair. Speak about it with love. Say when you're in high vibration. Now, this is something I realized too that grows here. Maca root, the cabbage, and the watery vegetables, they grow your hair. Like sweet potatoes, the underground growing vegetables grow your hair. So, yeah, the underground and like cabbage and kale. The vegetables that lay on the ground, like kale, they grow in your hair. They grow your hair, and sweet potatoes growing from up under the ground, they grow your hair. So the red and the brown and the green and the blue grow your hair. The foods, okay. Yeah, the blue and the purple as well. So I find that it's real simple just to buy the oil that you would use on your body and your hair. So I'm ordering me an oil that I could use for everything, my hair, my everything. And the oil has grapefruit in it, lime in it, um, frankincense, and something else in it. But I'm gonna put some rose oil in it. That way, I don't have to use no other oil. The reason why I say I'm using frankincense on my hair, frankincense is equivalent to using cinnamon, ginger, and all those other things. So frankincense would also grow your hair. I think I think that we're using cooking oils when we really could be using essential oils for our hair. Frankincense, you know, rose oil. I really think that we need to leave the cooking oils for the cooking and the essential oils for hair. So I feel like if we could burn it, let's like if we could burn it as an incense, then it probably could go in our hair and our scalp too. So we know that we could burn lavender, we could burn jasmine, we could burn frankincense, and they do I think have grapefruit incense, and we could burn rose incense. So I think all we got to do, is use those in our hair for hair growth, and then everything else for sealing, it needs to be in a lotion or a cream like avocado castor oil. I believe that even though people glamorize using castor oil raw, like in oil form, I think that it has to be in a cream or a lotion. Otherwise, you may end up using it too heavily, and then you have a reaction of some kind. So I did start using this rice water here. So I'm gonna put a couple drops in my hair. This rice water. It smells so good, y'all. I'm gonna just put it right here, right where the hair grows slow at. Now, this is something I found out about Egyptian history in Africa. They wasn't stressing about their hair feeling pasty. If you ever look at the pictures of the Africans with their hair twisted, their hair looks a little pasty. Okay? I know that I wouldn't even be putting my head on people's sofa without a scarf on, because I don't know what's in their sofa getting in my hair. Like, no. So I'm gonna finish off the rest of this rice water here. That's what I'm gonna do. I mean rice oil. I'm gonna finish it off this winter, because I'm gonna stick with the rice water from now on. I really want to use just essential oils in my hair only. I'm switching, and then if I want protein growth from protein, I'll just use rice water. Whenever I have um, rice water days. What gets me is how so many people with 4C hair are always so worried about their parts looking frizzy. And I don't know why they worried about that, because when you do this to your hair, it stimulates hair growth. So there's no point of even complaining about frizzy roots. Really, if you just focus on the scalp itself. I've been doing this, y'all, and I'm telling you, what the creator told me is that heat is kindling, y'all. And it's the heat. It's the heat with the oils when you're rubbing it that's causing the growth. So you don't need a steamer. You just need heat from rubbing the scalp. It should feel hot, like your fingertips should feel getting like it's getting warm. Otherwise, it's not working. I noticed there's an African woman I started watching on YouTube, and she got gorgeous hairs here, and her kids do. And I noticed that every single week she does this to their hair. I noticed like her son and her daughter got the most gorgeous, thickest hair you could see, and she do too. But I noticed this is something that she does. Now here's what the stylist told me: you're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to rub it with your with your hands flat. Because if you do it with your fingernails and you happen to hit the hair, then you may cause breakage. So only time you can actually use a toothbrush is if you're just sticking strictly on the scalp, on the part. But if you want to just do it like I'm doing it without causing breakage, then you want to use your finger flat, okay? Like just putting the oils in don't work. You have to actually stimulate heat. You know, kind of like you're waking up the pores, warming them up. You're warming up the oil wads or the grease wads in your hair. Or you're just not getting the benefits of the oil like you want, or the moisturizer. So there's some people that say my hair get itchy when I use products. One of the reasons is because you're just letting it lay on the scalp. You're putting it in and going. You gotta rub it in, especially if it's like peppermint or ginger or cinnamon. You have to like rub it in there. See how I'm like, I don't even care about a little bit of frizz. I'm just making sure that any of the oil or the lotion has actually got in the scalp. It's not just laying on it. So I didn't redo this one. Okay. Like when people are running their mouth and surfing YouTube, they could be doing this. They complaining about their hair growing slow when they could be doing this while they talking to people. We see like monkey and gorillas, they be doing that, like, you know, self-care while they sitting around each other. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. Let me go down the middle. Okay. Stimulation. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Now, as I said, every 2 weeks or so, every 2 to 3 weeks, I might put a little bit of rosemary in the water and just respray my scalp to stimulate hair growth. But like really only the scalp. I'll go in the scalp. I'll try to hit only the scalp up. And then 2 weeks later, I'll get a hydration shampoo. Like I don't plan to do my own shampoos and conditioners in the winter months. I really believe that we need professionals to be doing our hair, okay, in the winter months when it comes to the shampoo and conditioner in the winter months, because they know how to seal in moisture from those products. Okay, hold on, y'all. And then this is something else I figured out. Dandruff isn't always needing a detox. Dandruff could be just your skin being dry. So I find that this is the slowest part of my hair because it stays dry for some reason. So I often will just take some time and put some moisturizer just on there. Okay, there. Okay. And the only products I'm using It's old school. Hair lotion, the twisting gel, and only on the parts of my hair that grow slow. A little bit of this, a little bit of Blue Magic, and every week or every other week I put rice oil, massage rice oil in my hair, so it will grow. Okay, bye everybody. Thanks for watching. Feel free to replay this video. Also, I know that crystals can stimulate hair growth. So I have a crystal on, y'all. So there's a specific crystal that I wear for now on. Because it's important for like my chakras for hair growth. So I keep it under my clothes. It's on, but it's under my shirt. It has to be against my skin. Y'all know I'm not big on crystals, but I will wear, because the crystal that I have on, it is still High Priestess and Empress crystal. So everybody know the High Priestess is very abundant. I'm definitely a High Priestess in all areas of my chart. Some of y'all don't do natal charts. I do. So I'm definitely a High Priestess. So I put on a High Priestess stone to protect my my emotional energy, and protect the extensions of my body. High Priestess is like also like Empress energy, like legs, fingers, breast, hair. So to protect all that and my genitals, I wear a certain stone that I'm supposed to wear. All right, bye everybody. If y'all enjoyed this video, feel free to let me know. If y'all want to donate, you can donate to my Cash App. I'm gonna eat me some seeds and some beets. I'm sticking with the Empress food. I don't really want no man food. That man food is not good for women. I'm just saying, y'all, it's not good. All right, bye everybody.